I think I look at the picture, I don't know why. Why is it just now I'm like, wait, but there's a human inside of me. I know, so crazy. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to finally be back here and to be doing a bump date. We are officially live. Today I am 24 weeks, so I wanted to share with you a little bit of what I experienced from 20 weeks until today, 24 weeks. I think what's been the most wild thing from 20 to 24 weeks, especially once I turned 23 weeks, was that I realized I have taken care of NICU babies that are this old. I have thought of that throughout pregnancy, and I know my friends when we were working in the hospital would be taking care of babies and they would be pregnant thinking, wow, this is so wild that I am further along than the baby I'm taking care of. And I think the most interesting part is I know exactly what size baby is inside of me. In my mind, I can actually see what a 24-weeker looks like, and that's how big she is inside of me. If you guys missed it, we are expecting a baby girl, and we were able to share that with our daughters, and they are so thrilled and so excited to have another sister. They are over the moon and asking me if they can help change diapers. The squirrel is literally gonna eat me. He's gonna bite your computer. Get, woo! So I'm just really excited for this next season, and there's a few amazing, crazy, big things in the work that I'm really excited to share with you soon here on this channel and over on our vlog channel. If you are not subscribed to our vlog channel, that is where you're gonna get the most detailed up-to-date of what's going on with our lives, and over here I am sharing a little bit more details of things that I want to remember or encourage you or share with you or help make your life easier. I'm not even kidding. Do you see this squirrel? Can they see this squirrel?
Yep.
Get out! Oh my gosh, this is wild. Literally wild nature, wild animal. Okay.
They almost got your coffee.
I'm not kidding. He like drank the almond milk.
Did you actually drink it?
Well, no, but he held on to that edge.
So don't drink that edge.
I'm gonna drink this edge. Okay, what is the reason for almond milk? Let's get into the symptoms that I've been feeling this last month and see if maybe it's some things that you've experienced in the past, if you're experiencing now that you're pregnant, or maybe hopefully in the future, if you're wanting to become pregnant one day, that these are things that you would experience too. The joys of pregnancy, right? This one is heartburn. It has come back in stronger, I would say, this last week, and it is So because the heartburn has been so on fire this last week, I usually really try to do a lot of natural options for anytime I don't feel well, anytime I feel sick. And so almond milk, I kid you not, is the biggest lifesaver. I know some people have said regular milk. I thought that dairy actually makes it worse. So you do what helps you the best, but almond milk out of any other natural remedy has been my lifesaver. But it doesn't last super long. I have resorted a couple of times to Tums just to give myself a little bit of relief because I didn't really want to. I was a little bit nervous of like erosion of my esophagus. It was burning so bad. So welcome to pregnancy. We've got some wonderful symptoms. And I think what's funny is I just didn't expect these symptoms. And part of it is because if you guys are new, we went through infertility for the last 7 years. And so I just never knew if I was gonna experience pregnancy. So I kind of stopped looking at the blogs and the books and all the things that kind of teach you about pregnancy. I'm just kind of learning now as I go because it was too hard and too painful to read about all that. Okay, stronger kicks, that is for sure. So I would say last time we talked, kicks were a lot more gentle and maybe we're kind of pushing a little bit more. Now I feel a lot more like nice big kicks, and just like I said, in being a NICU nurse from the past, I can literally see what a 24-weeker is doing, and they do this a lot. So what they're doing is trying to find their boundaries, and then it comes back in. So inside, we're kind of pushing against the side and coming back in, which is awesome and amazing, but I can feel those movements, and I love it. I have yet to feel any spins. That hopefully will be coming soon and see. I know people have mentioned where you can actually feel flips, and then hiccups. I definitely can feel hiccups because it's the rhythmic that just are kicks that like don't stop for at least like maybe 30 seconds or so. And then I've also actually been able to see some kicks from the outside. I think I've only captured it one time on my phone. Every time I pull out the camera and look down at my belly, I swear that they stop. So maybe that's part of it. But exciting is that Philip has been able to feel baby from the outside. My mom has been able to feel baby from the outside. And Kinsley got to feel baby for the first time. She had her hand on, and sometimes, you know, kids will be kids and they would say, I feel baby. And I'm like, no, you didn't, because baby's not moving. But I had one big kick and she lit up and her eyes got big and her mouth opened right at the same time that I felt the kick, right on the spot she was holding. So I knew that she felt baby for the first time, and that was super special, super exciting. And I can't wait for them to be able to feel baby more and feel connected and know that their sister is part of their family and they get to take care of baby and she's coming. So I have a positive and negative symptom that I guess should have expected, just didn't think of it until it happened. So my chest has gotten a lot bigger. Everything has gotten bigger. I gained a lot, but my boobs have gotten substantially bigger and have gotten stretch marks on them, like a lot of stretch marks. So I just know that they are in a whole different category than they ever were in the past, which is great and exciting. But the stretch marks, I guess I did not expect. What's funny is my mom said that she got stretch marks during her pregnancies, but hers went away. And I didn't think that that was possible, so we'll see. I doubt that they're gonna go away, but maybe. But I'm not even super hopeful that they go away, because these battle scars, the battle wounds of being able to finally be able to carry, be able to have a pregnancy, I will hold on to and treasure each one of those scars, because this is such a privilege to be able to conceive and get pregnant. And I know a lot of people that are probably watching, it's not difficult. But for a lot of people out there, 1 in 8 couples do struggle with infertility. And so these battle scars, these wounds, these stretch marks, these flabby bellies afterwards, they are a privilege, and I just always want to remember that. Okay, my least favorite pregnancy symptom, and it's probably because I had no idea this was even possible, is pregnancy carpal tunnel. So carpal tunnel, I think it's just the swelling and the pressure on the nerves, and so I will wake up with numb hands. And my girlfriend said, are your fingers numb but your pinkies are fine? And I thought that was such a weird question, but I guess her doctor asked her that. And yes, my pinkies are fine, they're not numb, it's the other fingers. So I guess that's very indicative of pregnancy carpal tunnel. It goes away, I heard, within like a month after pregnancy. It's just getting used to it. I have yet to do it because I'm a procrastinator, but I need to buy the braces that you can wear at night, and hopefully those will be really helpful. I also just tried to lay with my wrists flat and elevated if I can, but I think the problem is I think my whole life I've slept like this, and bent elbows, bent wrists, so I think it's just not helping. So we'll see. If it gets worse or better, I will let you know as bump dates progress. And then another symptom is that my heels have been really sore. It's been really painful if I'm standing for too long. So I will take a break, not because like any of me feels tired or feels like I need to stop doing dishes or whatnot. It's my heels hurt so bad. So I will maybe switch shoes, try not to just be in slippers or barefoot. That makes it the worst. So if I can have some supportive tennis shoes or some squishier shoes, that's super helpful. And it could partly be because I was on prednisone the first trimester of this pregnancy because of IVF. So it makes you gain a lot of water. And I gained 30 pounds by 16 weeks, which was a big thing that you can go back and look at some vlogs of the emotions that kind of came with that. I actually am really enjoying my weight gain now because it's kind of settled out. Now I'm more in the normal kind of gaining just like a pound or half a pound every week or 2 weeks. So now, and I don't even care about the weight's coming, but the fluid retention has actually gone down. I was telling you in the last bump date that it's been going down, but I feel like between 20 and 24 weeks, I feel like all that fluid retention is pretty much gone. Now it's just weight gain, which is totally perfect, totally fine. That extra fluid retention on my face and everything just made me feel a little icky. So I'm thinking that because I had just that amount of weight gain, I think it's just my feet were a little bit in a little shock. of how much extra weight they are having to carry in such a quick period of time. But I do have to say, a perk of gaining weight is when your husband says, I love it. And so if any wives are out there and they can pull their husbands in right now, husband's keynote, your wife is gonna feel so much better if you are just complimenting and praising her body constantly, because my husband like won't stop, in a good way, but he's just excited for more to hold on to. That's that. So your husbands just need to praise you, encourage you. Even if one day maybe she doesn't look super great, just pretend that she looks great. There's nothing wrong with pretending and making a pregnant woman feel good about herself. So one symptom I was gonna just breeze by and not mention, but I'm sure my husband would appreciate if I let you women know and husbands know and all the world to know that emotional days are part of pregnancy. There is just some days that I'll cry more, and for me it's just very not normal. I am not a crier to the extreme. Like, I wish I cried more, and so it's actually nice. My friends and I used to joke and say, I'm Chandler, I'm dead inside, and I love being pregnant because I am emotional, and now I feel more, but that means my husband has to watch me feel more. So what comes with the emotions is sometimes a little bit more bickering, and then I say I'm sorry later, and it's just, everything is just an emotional roller coaster, and it's all worth it, right? But in the moment of the fight, you're like, can you not be this way? And we shouldn't blame it on pregnancy hormones. We should just have self-control. But afterwards I can tell that it's probably the pregnancy that's making me a little bit more fiery, just a little bit. So, and this is another pregnancy symptom that I didn't expect, and I'm not even sure if it's pregnancy related, but it feels like it is. I feel like I'm just a little bit more sensitive. Like my nerves are just a little bit more. My husband will wrap his arms around me, or like he put his arm around me in church and like was squeezing my arm, and I just was like, ow, like it hurts. Like I just think that my body's just a little bit more sensitive, and maybe it's just the growing and changing. I'm definitely getting a lot more distended, but I'm not there yet. Like, it's laughable. At 24 weeks, you think that you are pretty big, but I know that this is just the jumping off point of how big you get throughout pregnancy. So I'm just trying to stay ahead of it, where I'm gonna start putting lotion on my belly. But I definitely know that I am distended because my belly button is more shallow. It's very interesting. But I love it. I can't wait for an outie. Is that weird? I'm like excited to have like a big belly with a little outie. I will show you my belly at the end, and we can actually now watch every week and see how we're growing. So this last month, I would say I couldn't pinpoint any cravings, more just things that maybe I wanted more of or less of. Pickles are now a no-no. I was obsessed with salt, obsessed with pickles. Like I could not get enough. Definitely on my please don't make me eat those list. And same with the lemon water. I was obsessed at the beginning. I was drenching my water with lemon water, and I just don't want it anymore. But I do crave water more. I think I'm supposed to have at least 3. If I was being good, I would have 4 of these a day. I feel like I'm only having maybe 2. And so I think that's partly why I'm thirsty. I wake up thirsty. Like I will wake up and say, Philip, will you please go get me some water? I'm so thirsty. So I guess my craving is to drink water and drink more water, but partly also because that's what your body needs in pregnancy, is just so much water, more than you've ever drank. And I used to think I drank a lot. And then if I tried to pinpoint maybe a craving, maybe sometimes I want some more protein. Just because I know you need so much extra protein during pregnancy, and maybe sometimes I want carbs. If I just get to the point where I'm so hungry, I just will like cook up some pasta. But I really don't think I've had many cravings. Okay, so what fun things have been happening between 20 and 24 weeks? We had our anatomy scan. We had 2 of them. So let me explain. The first anatomy scan, we were running a little bit late too, but she said even if we had another hour to do the scan, the way that baby girl was lying, you couldn't see the brain or the heart in the pictures that she needed. We knew we needed to go back, and so we went for our second anatomy scan. She was able to get all of the pictures of the brain, but she was not able to get the picture she needed of the heart. All the anatomy scan came back normal. The doctor called me and said it all looked great, which is awesome. I did tell him I was a little bit wondering about the heart of what we could see. He said it's very common first anatomy scan, you don't see everything, but with a second one you should be able to see it. So we're going to go for a fetal echo, partly because we did IVF, partly because my husband had a congenital heart defect at birth. I will actually leave that video down in the description below. My husband almost died. It was a big deal. So we knew we were gonna have to have a fetal echo anyways, but because we didn't see it on the anatomy scan, I would have had to be sent for a fetal echo because we didn't see it on the anatomy scan. It's scheduled for a month from now, and it just makes me nervous that it wasn't because the way baby was sleeping, because baby was sleeping, both anatomy scans. I'm just hoping that it's just because baby was sleeping and was not moving to get the right pictures. But it does make me a little bit nervous of just maybe some of the septums or the things weren't there. So that's why the pictures couldn't be captured. So if you're watching this, any extra prayers for baby, and that the fetal echo ends up coming back perfectly normal and perfectly fine. But if we do have any congenital heart things, out of all people to deal with it, that would be us. My husband, who is a patient, and myself, who has been a NICU nurse, has taken care of. But let's just pray that our heart is fine and we were just laying and sleeping in a spot that we just truly weren't able to get the pictures we needed.
You're very concise and sexy.
Thank you. Okay, so some almond milk for the heartburn, but it's only at night. It's only heartburn at night. I feel like I have such great days and then at night. Oh, but the heartburn is definitely dairy induced. So if I cut out all the dairy, I usually don't tend to have heartburn. But if I have dairy, maybe for days after that, I will definitely have some heartburn. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching our bump dates. And now we are going to see Belly and see how we're growing over the next like 16-ish weeks. So thank you guys so much again for watching. If you have not already, hit that subscribe button and join our family here on my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys. Can you see my belly from there?
Yeah.
Okay, it is cold, so I'm not gonna do it for too long, but I will sacrifice the heat. I think I have wet on my shirt, grease on my shirt. What is this? I'm a mess.
Will always be